Hey, 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 it's Tia, baby. And I am back with another video. So I've been gone for a very long time, and a lot has happened since I've been gone. I have finished my first semester in grad school with a 3.38 average, accumulative GPA. And I'm happy about that. I could have worked a little harder, but for me, having a baby and having a full-time job and also had a part-time job at the time, I did really well for myself. But I let go my part-time job because it was just becoming too much. So what has happened since I've been gone? So I said that I went to the emergency room, and it was because I had a night out with one of my friends that I've been friends with since high school, and we had some drinks, and I was moving too fast and slammed my finger in the car door, and my finger split open. And so I had to get stitches, and right now it's in the healing process, but the stitches have been removed, but I'm in the healing process, and it's just a lot, and it's on my dominant hand, my right hand. So it's, a lot trying to maneuver things, to be careful. And when I bathe, the baby is hard to maneuver him because he's a baby, and I got hurt on my dominant hand. So kudos to his dad. He's been a very big help throughout this whole process, which brings me up to, letting all the fathers know that you are appreciated, and happy Father's Day to all the fathers and father figures out there. So that happened, and then as you all know, some supporters have noticed that my voice has been different, and it's because of my line of work. I'm an educator, so I use my voice a lot, and also on this platform, I use my voice a lot. So I had went to the doctors to find out what is going on, and apparently my voice box is swollen. So I have to take voice therapy. So I am in the process of taking voice therapy, so to get my voice back, and hopefully it does come back, and I can do more videos and just be more comfortable with be myself again. So enough with me. I only going to do a short video, and I'm going to just address some things that I've been reading in the comment section of a lot of my videos that I've posted in the past. I am very grateful of you supporters who have been patient with me and still sticking by me. Thank you. And still sending me, ideas for me to talk about. And also, so thank you to the supporters that are still watching even my past videos. And, which is why I'm going to talk about some of the comments that I received in some of my past videos. And one comment I'm going to elaborate on is a recent comment where a supporter, I believe a supporter or just a viewer, commented on one of the videos that I talked about the relationship between Chris and Selena. And I think it was the video in regards to me responding to Sloan, who was given a reading on Selena and about the doctor and all of that foolishness. So the person that wrote in the comment section I think it's a she, that she felt that she didn't believe that Chris, and if Selena was still alive, that Chris and Selena wouldn't have lasted because it was based on control and lust. And she felt that Chris had cheating tendencies. And I'm going to address that. Now, do I believe that Chris has cheating tendencies? I think everybody has cheating tendencies. Everybody is capable of cheating. It doesn't make you a bad person, just make you a person that made a bad decision. So everyone is capable of cheating. You can be a good person and still cheat. So does he have cheating tendencies? Yes. And then everyone does. So I don't think that just because he has cheating tendencies, that doesn't mean that if Selena was still alive, that their relationship or marriage wouldn't have worked. Now, Selena knows Chris. She knows him in and out. She knew him in and out. Did she feel that Chris would, make a mistake or a decision that can possibly deteriorate their marriage or put a strain on their marriage? Yes. Which is why she had revelations of him having his own rock and roll band, because she was a musician and she knows other musicians and she is well aware how musicians act. Hence her brother. He's a musician. He was married, but he was out doing him. And she's no fool. She's no fool to the industry. She knows that that's what a lot of artists do. Not saying every artist, but most artists, when they get a little bit of money and freedom, they do reckless things. Chris is no different. In her mind, Chris is no different. Yes, she knows Chris loves her. Yes, she knows Chris was devoted to her, but Chris is still a man. And Chris is still human, and she was well aware of that. And that's why she really didn't want him out doing his own thing, because she knows that there is temptation out there. That doesn't mean that he loved her any less. That doesn't mean he didn't care about the relationship. He's human. She was aware of that. And she wanted to prevent those issues in her marriage. So that's why she was against him being a musician, leaving Selena y Los Dinos and go out and do his own thing, even though that's what he wanted to do, because he said that he was getting bored because he was playing the same notes over and over again. He wanted to venture out and do new things with his music, but she was scared because she was very much aware of how musicians are. It wasn't that she didn't trust him. She just wasn't stupid. She wasn't naive. She know that, yes, she trusts her man, but she also know that he is a man and that he is a person. And anybody could be, anybody could be gullible or crazy enough to make a bad decision at any point. He has made bad decisions in his life, hence trashing the hotel room, hence being in trouble with the law, hence having a substance abuse problem when Selena passed away. So he is prone to making bad decisions. He's human. Just like she's prone to make bad decisions, she's human. And he was well aware of that. So do I personally believe their marriage will last? Really, who can really tell? We don't know, because we don't know what they were really going through behind closed doors. Yes, we know a snippet of it because he wrote the book, but he also stated that there are a lot of more things that him and Selena were going through, positive wise and negative wise, that he wants to keep for himself. Maybe he feel like it isn't needed for everyone to know every nook and cranny of what's going on in their relationship. They're human. Do I believe Selena cheated? No. But of course, there are people out there that believe that she did. And if she did, okay, so what? She's human at the end of the day. She's she everyone is prone to make bad decisions. No, not putting justification on people that commit crimes or whatever. That is no justification. That's a totally different ball game. We're so totally strictly talking about cheating. I wouldn't be mad or shocked if she cheated, because she is still human and people cheat. But I still don't believe she has done that because of her devotion to her husband. They went through hoops, went through leaks of fire, went through hell to get where they were. For her to do that and throw it all away, I really highly doubt it. She loved that man from in and out. You can still love a person and still cheat. Yes, granted. But this woman literally said in her interview, and I took a snippet of that interview in another video to kind of demolish the accusations of her cheating on him. If you go back in my videos, you can check that out. I think it was reference to the doctor video. That she said she was highly against infidelity. And if her husband were to commit such, that she would divorce him because she does not believe in infidelity. Period. So if that will make her a hypocrite if she doesn't believe in infidelity, and would definitely end the marriage if her husband was to commit such acts. Then that mean, and if she's committing that act, then that means that her husband has every right to divorce her, because that's what she said she would do if he did that to her. I don't think that she did that. Especially with a man like that. Now, granted, he wasn't the best looking man in the world, the doctor. He could have had a nice personality. And I think that she drawn to him maybe because of his personality. Maybe they were very good friends. And they were business partners, because he was helping her branch off her boutique in Monterey. That's why he and her were even communicating. It had nothing to do with infidelity. It had nothing to do with nothing of that matter. But people want to take things and run with it. I don't know why the doctor said what he said. I don't know why. Maybe, like I said before, maybe he got his wires crossed, because Selena can come off flirtatious to people that don't really know her, but she's just very friendly. And to him, he probably thought, maybe she's into me, because she's very touchy-feely. She always smiles and always happy when we talking. So maybe she's kind of interested in me, and she's a great looking woman. So let me see what's up with that. So in his mind, he probably got confused on how she felt about him. In her mind, he's just a business partner. He's just a nice gentleman, older gentleman, who's helping her branch off her business. But in his mind, he's old school. He like, she's smiling, she's holding my hand, she's hugging me. She might have some interest in me. Now, I don't know what would possess him to say that they were intimate. I don't know why he said that. But then again, she met him through Yolanda. And we all know Yolanda is very delusional. And anybody that associates with Yolanda is just as delusional as she is. So he could have been just delusional. But I really don't think that they were intimate in any way, or that they had any type of affair. I'm sure she felt like he was like a father to her because I'm sure his father and him were the same age. And he had his own family. And I don't think, she doesn't seem like the type that will break up a home, whether it's happy or not. If she really wanted to be with this doctor, I believe that she would have just ended the marriage with Chris to be with him. And I don't think that she will have no cut cards on it. She didn't have no cut cards on marrying Chris, even though she knew people were not in her corner. She still did it because that's who she wanted to be with. So since you didn't like the fact that, since she's basically saying, since y'all didn't like the fact that me and him were in a relationship, we gonna make you accept it because we're gonna get married. And so what makes you think that she won't take that same role with him or any other man? She don't back down for nothing or nobody, not even her father. So I hope that brings light to the situation and diffuse these accusations. Because where's this proof that this man or that Yolanda is talking about? Where's this tape? This phantom tape. By now, it should be somewhere. There is nothing. There is nothing. The man is delusional, just like Yolanda, and that's it. Do I believe that Chris would cheat on Selena? Yes. But that doesn't mean that he didn't love her. But I think that he would eventually have cheated on her. Why do I say that? Because he was he even voiced his feelings to Selena that he was bored. Not in the relationship, but in the workplace. He was bored. And sometimes when you get bored or when you're going through a routine, it gets bored and you venture out and do things that you normally thought you wouldn't do, and then you get caught up. And I feel like he probably would have gotten caught up one way or another with someone or something. But that doesn't mean that he loved her any less or anything, or he wasn't devoted to her. But I do think he probably would have made a bad decision, whether it's with another woman, whether it's with, substance abuse, whether it's with something. I wouldn't put it past him. So that's the answer to that question. But do I believe, I can't say if they would have worked out or not, if she would have still been alive. I will hope they would. But I can't say because I'm not them. I'm not in their relationship. I would just say I will hope they would. They have gone through some issues in their marriage and they were contemplating divorce or separation, but they worked it out. So, like I said, they're human. People go through things. There was another comment that I want to elaborate on before I go. And it was on a video that I did about Selena, Melissa, and Chris. So this person who has been watching my videos have stated, now this is what I'm going to say here. Yes, it's freedom of speech, but it's not what you say, it's how you say things. Now, me personally, I may not agree with a lot of things that YouTubers say when I watch them, but I don't always comment on how I feel. I may elaborate on it to myself or just out loud, but I rarely leave a comment, because if you going by emotion, you may say things that, you may regret, or you may, come off very rude or insensitive. So I felt that this person's comment was very, it wasn't necessary, because they made it seem like I was being negative because I really didn't agree with the relationship or whatever situationship that Chris has or had with Melissa. And I said, why? One, Melissa is almost 2 times younger than Chris. Chris is almost 60. He is in his mid 50s, if not approaching it. She is, I think, a little 2 years older than me. Yes, she's approaching her 40s, but she is still in her 30s. When Chris and Selena were married, she was still a child in elementary school. Now, granted, they are both adults, but they are different and from different generations, and they are from different types of adults. She has not had a family yet. Maybe she doesn't want kids. Who knows? He already has his family. He has 2 kids. He's been married twice. She has not. Like I said in the video, I don't see Chris as her type. She gives me the aura that she's into black men. I'm sorry if that offends people, but that's what I see from her. I see her dating black men. I see her dating young black men that's her age. Not saying he's not young, but he's not young like her. He's not the same age bracket. But I see her dating black. That's what I get from her. When I see them two together, it's odd. It's just very odd. Like, it seemed like he's trying to relive his youth when he's with her. Like, she seems like this party girl, that she's still like enjoying life, enjoying partying, whereas though it seemed like he's trying to catch up, because it seemed like he already did that when he was her age. Well, I mean, somewhat, yeah, because even though he was married and had a family, he was still apparently outdoing him. From what I read, from what I was told, that when he was married to his second wife, that he was, he wasn't really devoted to her. He was still grieving or still going through the motions with losing Selena. And he was out partying, dipping and dabbing in substance abuse, different substances, and things like that. So, living a life of a rock star, pretty much, while he was married. And he did, and then before that, he was married at a very young age, at the age of 21, I believe. 21, 22. And yeah, so, it just seemed like he's trying to catch up for lost time when he's with her. It's just very odd. But if they are together, more power to them. He deserves to be happy if he wants to be. I mean, if his happiness means he wants to be with someone else, then he's very much entitled to it. I'm not saying that I'm against him being with someone else. Granted, I missed the love that he had with Selena. Yes, we all do. We all wish that she was still alive, and to see how their relationship planned it out. If they were to be blessed with the kids that they wanted, when they were talking about it and things of that nature. We all wanted that for them. We all still to this day wish that could have happened. And we all still feel salty that he has moved on and that he has had kids by someone else. We do feel salty about that. And it's because of our love for them and Selena. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing negative about that. I just don't really agree with their relationship because of the age thing, because of the lifestyles are different. I could see them, yes, as being friends, but I just don't see no love connection with them because of the age bracket and because of the lifestyles. She seems more of a party goer, which is very appropriate at her age. He seems like somebody that's trying to be a party goer, but it looks desperate at his age. Now, it would have looked okay when he was her age, which was he was her age almost 20 years, 20 years ago, early 2000s. But he's pushing 60. I'm just being honest. He's what? He's about almost like 54, 50, yeah, probably about that age, maybe. Or about to be 54. It's still young, yes, don't get me wrong, but it's a different type of young. He has a daughter that's closer to Melissa's age. So I'm just like, it's just, but if that's what they're doing, if that's what they're about, then more power to them. I hope it works out. I'm just giving my opinion. And yes, no one has to agree with what I feel or how I feel, but it's just how you go about it. You don't have to make rude comments or negative comments about my video, about my opinion, about them two. You can very much agree without being nasty and mean or negative about it. Because like I said, I don't agree with a lot of things that some of the things that you other YouTubers say, but I don't go being I don't go being, keyboard happy and start, going off of them. Now, if it's really, really triggering or mind blowing, I may say something here and there, but it's very, very rare. Very rare. Very rare. And, but everybody's entitled to opinion. But I just feel like it's not what you say. You can say how you feel, but it's just how you say it. Word it different. So it won't come off as you bashing or name calling or being very rude or whatever. Just saying. But yeah. That's all I have for today. I will get back with you with another video soon. Peace.